I'm Miko, and welcome to my channel. And today we are at Dark Force Fest with none other than David from GenCab and his lovely wife. So how are you guys today?
I'm great. I slept the first time like last night during this weekend, so
oh well, that's wonderful.
I feel like $1 million.
And so you're hitting this location as part of your current tour, right?
Yeah. But it was like, this was booked way before the tour, so it was, like we live just outside Philadelphia, so it's like an hour and a half drive. We weren't planning for it to be as chaotic as it ended up being, but it worked out.
Yeah. So for your tour that you recently did, you guys went to Europe.
Mm-hmm.
Was that your first time?
With this project, yeah. So I used to be in Aesthetic Perfection like 16 years ago, and we went out there for the first time. So it was like, it was weird because I remember doing that then, how like the crowd is kind of like this, and they're watching you intently and everything. And then I remember, that's like my favorite memory was like, Berlin, like we all go real hard. The song like stops and all you hear is like one guy like, like just dead silent. So I was expecting that, but instead like, I don't know, maybe the crowds are better now. They like clapped for us, so.
Oh, you got like one of these.
Oh no, it was a good proper one.
Oh, like.
Yeah. So I was like, oh, thank goodness. And
you're touring with this like Perfection again. How has that been going?
Yeah, awesome actually. Yeah, because I'm like more familiar with those older songs because like that's when I was around. So now it's like double duty. I go out and like I open for myself essentially, which is cool.
That is cool. And so also very important. You've been in Europe. So how are your cats doing?
Oh, he's good. Yeah, we have our neighbor, and so my cat just doesn't like anyone except for us and our neighbor.
Yeah.
So, but the sad thing is now we have like the camera where we watch him. Sometimes it'll go off at like it'll be 2:30 in the morning there, and he's just got called Chicky. He's got the Chicky, and like he's just like crying like ooh, which is what he usually does. Like he'll just sit there and like ignore us. We go to bed, and then he starts crying like, "Why are you watching me sleep?" So, but he seems to be taking it okay. We flew in Thursday.
Thursday.
Yeah, like back from Germany.
9:30, 10.
Yeah, right here, and then we drove back to Philly just to like shake his hand, and then like, I guess we screwed off again and came back here. So, but we'll see him again tomorrow.
Yeah. So you've basically done like a giant jump from like Europe to here. So what's the biggest difference in the crowds other than the fact that Europe doesn't clap very much?
Well, someone likened it to like a job interview where it's just like, they're like, okay, what do you got? And so it's like that, and I'm like, yeah, it's pretty good. So it's like, I guess they're less rowdy if they don't know you. Mm-hmm. Because that's the other thing, like doing the AP shows there now is like wildly different. Like people go crazy and like, they're like all fired up. So I think it's just like, I don't want to say standoffish to new bands, but they're like, okay, what is this? So it seems like they're actually paying attention even though they're kind of quiet.
Well, Europe also has the mega privilege of having so many sort of EBM like industrial style bands in general.
Oh, yeah.
So I feel like with that many people coming through, they're like, we only want the best.
Yeah. But some of them have been cool. Like we had, the first show was in Munich, and we had a couple people come there, and they're like, oh, this is like pretty good. I like what you're doing. And then we saw them at other dates, and like some of them bought shirts and wore the shirts, like our shirts to the show, and I was like, oh my God, like you really like us now, right? Mm-hmm. So that was pretty sweet.
And so now you're on your second leg of your tour, which is coming around through America. Right?
Oh, no, actually, we're going back to Europe.
Oh, you're going back to Europe.
Yeah, in two weeks.
And then you come back and play more shows.
Yeah. And then we'll close out with Mechanismus in Seattle, then a week off, then Denver, and then LA. And then we're kind of quiet for a while.
So what location do you think you're most excited to perform at?
For those, coming up, I guess Denver, actually. There's no hate on LA, I like LA too, but like the guy that like books those shows are always great, and it's still with horticulture too.
That's true.
So it'll be horticulture, us, and AP.
We love the horticulture boys.
Yes, I like them. They're very nice young men.
I think, young. young at heart.
Well, younger than me. I think. I don't know.
I don't think so. I think Nico might be older.
Oh, okay.
I think Eric is younger.
Oh, but I won't admit how old I am.
No, you don't have to on this channel.
I'm 26.
Yes, you're 26. And you're 24.
Yes.
So when you're touring, what would you say is like your biggest obstacle?
Oh, sleep. I can't sleep on the road. I have trouble sleeping at home as it is, but like I don't like flying, and like usually that offsets everything because I'm awake for that whole thing, and then it kind of disrupts the whole day, and then I'm antsy about that more than the show. Like I actually like doing the shows and stuff. I don't get like stage fright or anything, but like I get stage fright about sleeping. It's just like, here we go. It's just like, if I'm lucky, I'm gonna fall asleep. Maybe I'll get 5 hours, and then it just rattles in my head and like affects everything. So.
And what about for you? What's yours?
Just getting used to the travel and being exhausted, being jet lagged. But it's a lot of running.
Hurry up and wait.
Yeah. So your days are super full. Every time we go to another city, people are like, "Oh, you need to go here and see this," and it's like, no, there's no time to do that. But I appreciate the suggestion. So it was my first time doing. Well, I just joined in November, so we did a little mini run here around PA, New Jersey, Delaware, and so it was my first time going to Europe and for shows, and it was definitely an experience, a big adjustment, just being tired and doing it anyway.
That's fair. But this is a terrible time to ask. I like assumed you were his wife, right?
Yeah,
Oh yeah, she is my wife.
I was like, I just said wife. I was like, oh wait. I was more than sure because I like check your Instagram quite regularly for merchandise.
Oh, okay.
Because I have terrible spending habits. And I always see it. And I was like, oh, that's so nice. David posts his wife.
Yes. I was the wife before I was the band member.
That's true.
So you were there since day one?
Yeah, since, oh my goodness, like the first years of GenCab, I was around, just, we weren't married, but yeah, I've kind of seen everything.
You started and then came back.
Yeah, I put out an album in 2008, and then around the same time, I was like friends with Dan in Study Perfection, and he was getting better shows than us, and like Europe, and I was like, well, I want to go to Europe, so Tim Van Horn, who plays drums for us, I was like, hey, you should get my friend Tim to play too. And then so we ended up like putting the band on hiatus just to travel around. We were in our 20s, and it's like, we want to party, we want to do cool stuff. And then I just kind of forgot about my band, and then had half the second album written, lost it all. Like my computer just fried, and I kind of had like an existential crisis, and was like, okay, I'm never doing music anymore. And
now
then,
look at you.
Yeah. It took COVID. All it took was a pandemic.
All it took was a pandemic and loads of free time.
Yeah,
Highly recommended
peasy.
if you want to, commit to your project, experience a pandemic, you'll be good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So for you, like when he started his project in 2008, I assume you were doing like a few tours then.
Yeah. Yeah.
So for you, what's the big difference with him touring now versus him touring then?
There are a lot of differences. Of course, because this is, specifically with AP, it's now it's a throwback. So it's different energy, different crowd, different dynamic. Just seeing like you and Daniel together, because everybody's like more mature and a little bit maybe.
We're not getting hammered on stage anymore.
Yeah. So there's that, and then of course because we're doing the GenCab shows with it, that I feel like for what I see, it's like a little bit more stressful for you.
Yeah, well, I mean, I can't go all out because like if I waste myself during my show, then his show gets like damaged, and sometimes I'm just tired. So it's like, because it used to be all this like this high energy, like as hard as we could go every time, and now it's just like, gotta save some in the tank, and then some of the shows are like finish 15 minutes, change my shirt, go right back out there, and then some of them are like play the show, okay, you got 6 hours until you go on again, and it's just like, what do I do with myself? I can't drink the whole time because then I'll be hammered for that. So then it's just like a lot more hurry up and wait.
Hurry up and wait.
Yeah.
You could drink water for the whole time.
I do this sometimes.
Hydration.
Yeah.
So also for this current tour, so there's a lot of differences between like their tours back then and like your touring now. Would you say it's better now then?
In some ways, like, I guess it's cool having like the time off to like regroup, and sometimes you do a show and something doesn't feel right, I have the time to like fix it. It's just like, okay, like even, the first leg we had a different set, and like, it's just like, it's just not feeling right, so went back, I changed it and tweaked it and stuff. But then you do lose that thing where like, we used to call it on tour like, you're best by the end, because you're playing every night, it's like practicing every day. But sometimes we'll do like 3 shows and then like not do anything for a week, and then you kind of lose that like momentum you build up, like being in the zone, and then you got to recapture it again. But I guess it's nice having the time off though. Sometimes we would play 14 days in a row.
Oh, that's
get
hard.
1 day off, and then that's like brutal too. So.
That is brutal.
Yeah.
These are definitely shorter stretches.
Yeah. It's a mature tour.
Yeah.
Tour
For people that need their rest.
I'm gonna take a nap for 7 days.
Well, honestly, a 7-day nap sounds great,
Mhm.
but I don't know, I'm so excited I caught you guys though.
Oh yeah, I'm glad you guys saw it too. Yeah, because we were first on and saw us, it's like, I don't know, like, are people gonna be here? Like, they're all working, and
Mhm.
And then you filled the room.
yeah, which
Yeah,
was pretty sick.
it's really awesome.
Yeah, it was fired up.
So for future tours and for future music, what are kind of your plans?
I really don't know. I mean, I started writing another album again because I figured I'd start from there and then see. And then like I've just been talking to other bands that like I like, and then if they like us, like I'd rather go out with people that like I become friends with, like than anything. Because you never know. Like I mean, we've been on tours with some people that are great, and we've been on tour with like some people that just end up being kind of like jerks, and then it's just like you're stuck with them. It's like, oh, hope we survive this. But,
So your new single is called Poison, right?
oh yeah, on the comp.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
got that.
Okay. Thanks.
Bought that.
Yeah. Oh, you bought the comp.
Yes.
Oh, sick. Okay. Yeah.
I told you I have bad spending habits. But, so yeah, I'm real excited for that then. So when that comes out, you'll probably go on tour again.
We'll see, probably. Or at least I'll stick locally and then see what happens. It's just a matter of like, because we never asked for like a lot of money. It's just like, just pay for our travel and give us some place to stay and blah, blah, blah. So if people want to do that, then I'll keep it going. Keep it going, I guess. And then maybe we can bring Tim for some of the other tours too, so.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Well, that sounds like so much fun. And once again, I'm so glad I caught you guys.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Thank
Yes,
you.
well, thank you so much for this interview.
Absolutely,
And
thank you.
I'm sure that everyone will love to hear how everything goes.
I hope so.
Wealth of tour knowledge. Wealth of tour knowledge.
Yes.
Is there any extra tour knowledge you'd like to share?
Don't eat at restaurants every night. Get the breakfast whenever you can, because it's free.
A hotel breakfast.
Yeah. Bring extra underwear, even if you're just gonna throw it away.
Yeah.
It makes packing a lot easier. And wear the same shirt 2 days in a row, if it doesn't stink.
Yeah. Do your wash in the hotel room
Oh,
sink?
yeah. Get those little sink washers. That's like a lifesaver. I used like 2 or 3 of those in the last trip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
Only
in
brought
the
like 4
bar.
shirts. It's like 1, 2, 3, wash my clothes. 1, 2, 3, wash my clothes. Like a lot less packing. Sorry, it's all coming out now.
We
I was like-
have a lot
No,
of
this is good advice.
Yeah, no, I should be selling this. Goddamn it!
It's good advice for long-term touring like you guys are doing.
Yeah,
Especially
yeah.
Since it's not like you can just go home and grab some stuff.
That's true.
Well, technically you could right now. But
Now we could, which we totally did.
Yeah. Well, I couldn't show up to Dark Forest without having multiple shoe options.
Yeah.
So, there's
No.
that priority.
Oh no, that's a huge priority. Goth boots are more important. More important. But thank you again.
Yeah.
So
Oh, thank
happy to
you.
interview, and we'll all keep an eye out for your newest album.
Cool.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.